what's up? I am muchelleb. 2019 is coming up. We're nearing New Year's, that magical time of year where you can reflect on what's up in your life. In this video, I am collaborating with Sarah Nourse to bring you 10 New Year's resolution ideas to be a more responsible human. After you finish this video, be sure to check out Sarah's video. It'll be linked in the description below. The first New Year's resolution idea is to create a budget via the Barefoot Investor. Make 2019 the year when you finally create a budget that is simple, that you can stick to. I'm going to go ahead and recommend a basic book that is practical, usable, and actually enjoyable to read. It has the potential to completely change the way that you manage your money, and it's also not incredibly complicated and restrictive. And that is The Barefoot Investor. I don't think that having a complicated spreadsheet with 20 different tabs, color-coded and difficult to understand and difficult to update is going to keep you on track with your budget, especially if you're new to the money-saving world and budgeting is something that you struggle with. Instead, I recommend putting in place a simple budget, like the one that's recommended in The Barefoot Investor, which is quite similar to the way that I budget my money. The second idea is to create a full emergency fund. If I go to the dentist and they say, hey, yeah, you're gonna need to pay $900 to get that tooth out at the back of your mouth, also it needs to be out tomorrow. That sucks, but it's okay because I have an emergency fund. If my car breaks down tomorrow, fingers crossed that does not happen, knock on all the things, that sucks, but it's okay because I have an emergency fund in place. If you don't already have an emergency fund in place, 2019 is the year to make it happen. This is like the #1 responsible human tip. Create a plan to pay off as much debt as possible in 2019. If you have any debt, whether that be a student loan from a car or from a house or apartment, plan to start making extra payments in 2019. Scott from Barefoot Investor talks about how if you pay an additional $1,000 a month towards your loan, he talks specifically about home loans, you can save $77,000 in interest. That is wild. You can also wipe out about 7 years of your mortgage. That's based on a mortgage of $400,000 over a period of 18 years. You might not be able to afford an extra $1,000 a month. That is quite a lot, but can you afford an extra $100 a week or $25 a week? It's all going to make a difference in the long run. Any extra money that you put towards your loan is going to bring you closer to financial freedom, which is one of the best things that money can buy. The next New Year's resolution idea to be a more responsible human in 2019 actually isn't related to money. It is related to building a responsible relationship with your social media accounts. I've been watching and consuming a lot from Cal Newport lately, and he talks about how whenever he suggests to someone to quit social media, they always come up with the same kind of reasons not to. Oh, but I need to keep up with friends and family, or I need to keep up with this activist group that I'm joined to, or I need to maintain this group that I run. But the reality is that that's not going to take you 2 hours a day, which is the average amount of time that most people spend on social media on a daily basis. That might take you 15 minutes a day, maybe 30 minutes a week. Social media absolutely has its positive uses, but it can also be really detrimental to your well-being and also to your productivity. So in 2019, make it a goal to create a responsible relationship with social media. Put yourself on a schedule, 15 minutes a day, maybe 30 minutes a week. Delete your social media for 6 days a week and only check it on Saturdays. I actually have a whole video on creating a healthier relationship with your social media and with your phone. I'll have that linked up here and down below. Whenever you go to buy takeout, instead of buying it, put the money that you were considering putting towards the takeout into a holiday fund. This is actually an idea that I read in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. I think for the most of us, takeout and clothes are the 2 biggest money wasters. I've managed to cut down how much I spend on clothes a whole lot, but some weeks there are times when I feel like a second lot of takeout. Instead, put any money that you were considering spending towards your fund to go to Bali or to go on a weekend away with your partner. This is a really good goal to pursue if you have someone else involved as well, someone that you'd want to go on the holiday or weekend away with. If you liked this video, be sure to watch Sarah's video with the other 5 New Year's resolution ideas. I'll have that linked down below and on the screen. If you like this video and you're particularly interested in managing your money better in 2019, I would really recommend my video on how I saved $30,000 in 1.5 years and traveled Europe. I know it has a bit of a gimmicky title, but you gotta get those clicks. But it's probably the most thorough recap that I have of my money philosophies and how I treat my money in my life. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you soon.